Hello pumpkins, welcome or welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Lydia Lunga and I do motherhood, hospital and home related videos. Today I'm here to do a Q&A and answer some of your guys' questions. I know it's not about my life, it's not about personal stuff, it is about housing, and I know a lot of you guys are interested to know, since one of the most popular video in this channel is my moving in video, and the video I do answering some or making some points about housing and how you can get your house in less than 2 years. So if you haven't seen these videos, I'm gonna be linking in the card somewhere here or leaving the link in down the description, so go there, check the videos. And if you still have more questions after watching the videos, come to this one and watch this video, because here we'll be answering the question that some of you guys that watch me made it. So these are questions especially from you guys, okay? It's not nothing from my head, it is from your questions, and I'm gonna be answering those questions based on my own knowledge, my own experience, and also some help from the council housing application, whatever it calls. Anyways, let's moving on. If I have to look down, it's because I'm looking on my book and seeing the questions, so don't mind me. Anyways, first question: what do I do if I want to begin applying for a council house? So if you want to apply for council house, there's two ways. Either one, you do online, which I'm gonna be leaving the link down below. You can go there, click straight away, it will take you to the page where you ask you million questions and you have to answer that in order to start your bidding procedure for a council house. Or if you need more help, if you actually confused or not confident to do by yourself, you can call your nearest council office and ask them that you want to bid for a house, and if you can just go straight there, you can make an appointment. How does it work to bid for a house? And they will let you know what's the procedure. If you have to go to your council office, you go there. If you don't know your council office number, you just look online. Like, imagine if you live in Leeds, I would just look like council office in Leeds, and it will come up with the address and everything. So if you live in Birmingham, if you live in Newcastle, if you wherever you live, just put council office in the place you live, and there you are. It will present you with your nearest one, and you can make a call before you go there, so you are sure that that's actually the right one. Okay, let's move to the second question. How much money do I need to have to move to a council house? You don't need to have any money in your pocket for you to move to a council house, because I had known, because council house, it is potentially for people in low income, people that make 0 to, let's say, 12k per year or 16k per year. The people that don't pay taxes, those people are considered the low income ones. So you can basically get a council house if your income is this low, or even if your income is higher and you are looking to buy a council house, they will give you also the opportunity to bid for a house, but in a Band-Aid D, which means it will take you probably more than 10 years to get the house. But once you get it, it's yours. After 1 year of living there and becoming a permanent tenant, you can buy the house after that, since you have a good income. And even people like us in low income, we can still buy the house once your money increases, once you start working and having more income. It doesn't mean they will take you out of the council house, just means that probably you have to pay now for your rent, which is good, means you are proceeding in life. But yeah, that was another question. I'm talking too far. Let's move into the third question. On bidding, what is the meaning of HP? So depending on where you live, HP will basically mean higher priority. By Leeds, we go more for alphabet numbers, like A being the highest priority and B being like middle, A, B, C being, okay, and D being like you have higher income and you just need a house to buy, or something like that, or you just need a house. So by some places it will go from like HP, like beginning of initial of words, But yeah, HP basically means higher priority. A subscriber here in the channel told me, so yeah, there we are. If you get a letter saying you are now HP, you know what it means, higher priority. So congratulations, because now you have 0 to 2 years until you move to your house. Let's move to another question. Did you have to pay council rent before you move to your house? The question is no. Let's think you are renting for a house, a normal house that is not council house. You don't pay rent until you sign contract. So the same works on council house. You only start paying rent from the day you sign the contract. If you get housing benefit, if you get universal credit, or if you work but you are paying the rent, you only pay from the day you sign the contract. Imagine for me, I signed the contract on 7th of April, and from 7th of April, I had to pay the bill, the rent bill. And it's like weekly payment, but if you don't get like payments weekly, you can still pay only at the end of the month. That doesn't mean the letters will stop coming. They will skip to send you letter and be like, oh, if you need help, let us know. We are here to help you and blah, 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 blah. You didn't make the weekly payment for this month. But once you make the monthly payment, everything will be fine and they won't send you a letter anymore. But next month, when you pay more at the end of the month, they will send you more letters. So it's fine. You pay at the end of the month. So that's why it matters. That's why I do. Anyways, moving on to another question. How long did it take you to sleep in your new house? So it took me 3 weeks and 5 days, basically a month. I signed the contract on the 7th of April and I moved in on the 5th of May. So that's the distance it took me. That went from the council came here and do some adaptation. The adaptation team came here and do some adaptation. The toilet wasn't working, so the officer came here to fix that. Bringing my fridge here and cleaning. I bought secondhand on like Facebook, and the church came here and put the floor in my whole house. Yeah, and then I just moved with my mattress and I had the fridge. I didn't have wash machine. If you didn't watch my series of moving in, you should watch. It was quite fun, and it's still fun because I still don't have many things, but I'm happy because I have somewhere to sleep and better than many people that don't have, so I'm very grateful. Thank you, Lord. And now let's move to another question. Did you get to see the house before and after you moved? So this question also goes as the last one. It's like everything else. You rent in a house, of course you get to see the house before you sign the contract, because you don't know if you're gonna like the house. You don't know if that house actually goes with the things that you as a person need on a house. So of course you will get to see the house before. They will call you, they'll send you an email, so make sure you are reading your emails, because if you don't answer the phone call, they may send you a message. If you don't answer the message, they will just consider as you are not interested. So please check your email. Please make sure your phone is always ready to get or receive a call, because they will contact you in either those both ways. So once they make a call or email you, they will tell you about this house, and you will say, okay, I want to go see the house. So you would go see the house, and if you don't like it, you just say, I don't like the house. This house doesn't fit my requirements. But my advice here is don't apply for a house that you think it doesn't have what you need, because if you reject more than 3 houses, they will put you in the Band-Aid D, which means you don't have that much rush to move into a house. And if that's not the situation, I would advise, imagine you go to bid on that day and there's no house that you like, don't bid. Wait until next week. Next week there is no house, don't bid again. Because if you bid and you get the house and you reject, that just means like, why are you bidding the house? Does it make sense to you? There's many people that need house. If you just bid into it and say you don't want it, then, we're gonna move you back, because it means you are not that in rush to move to a house. So if there is not a house you like, there's not a house that meets your requirements, don't bid. Even if it's for a month, don't bid. If you have to call them and be like, I'm not bidding because there is not a house I like, That's why I'm not bidding. Do that because it will help them understand why you are not bidding on that week. But don't bid in houses that you are not interested on living. Okay, now let's move to another question. How was the procedure of choosing my house? So the people behind choosing my house were mainly the housing adaptation team and Christmas doctors. I was the third person, even though I was the person that's gonna live in the house. I needed to hear a lot of decisions from the doctors and the housing adaptation team before I even say many things when it comes to some parts of the house. Like they needed a backyard for Christopher, so that was like a must. That was from the doctor's side, and from the adaptation team was more like the accessibility of the house, like the stairs. They wanted me to have a bungalow, which I really wouldn't mind, but then it was very hard getting, so they decided then to accommodate me in a house, the one I live now, and they just like put in some adaptation, like a door that you see upstairs on my house. In the other videos, if you are new here in the channel, I'll leave the links on the description below where you can go check what I'm talking about. And also, like, I would go online when I saw a house that I like on the bidding app, and I would go online and on the map first to see around the house, like and see how it looks, the area, if it's clean, and blah blah blah. Also, I would check like the criminal record on the area and all these things, like the backgrounds that area had. I wanted the area where I live to be a multi-background area. I didn't want to be just a certain group of people, just because I didn't want to feel like the odd person there. So I wanted something mixed, okay? Some black people, some white people, some Asian, and so on. Okay, so I got this background in the area that I'm living, and I'm pretty happy with it because you can see a little bit of everything. You know, there's beans, rice, there is chicken, you can see everything. So pretty happy with my plate. So yeah, and there is no criminal records here. Like there is some, but like depending on what hour are you walking, and I'm not a person to go out at night, so that wasn't really an issue that I was too worried because I'm gonna be in my house and yeah, basically watching Netflix and popcorn. Anyway, let's move to another question. So that was how I chose my house. Can we have a house too? The question, or the answer to the question, is yes, and you guys will be able to see on my vlogmas, which start literally soon, like in few days. I don't know when you guys see this video, but if you see this video on the 29th, basically we have one more day, which is the 30th for December. And in December, even though it's vlogmas, I'm not gonna be posting every day because I don't have time. So you guys will probably see 1+ video a week, which is like 2 or 3 or 4, depending on how many videos I have on that week, you guys will be seeing. But I don't promise to have like everyday video, and if that happens in 1 week where I have like everyday video, consider yourselves lucky because I'm actually gonna be very busy in December, so I don't promise to be posting every day. But there is many exciting videos for you guys to watch, so be subscribed, because last time I checked, 20% of you guys are subscribed and 80% of you guys are not subscribed. What's the appointment? Because I do my best to answer you guys as soon as you guys comment, and to see that 80% of you guys watch my videos and not subscribe to my channel is actually sad. So please subscribe. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. You just have to be here every time I post video. You can come out one day later, but as long as you're here. Okay, let's move on to another question. It is possible to do any kind of repair in the house that you just got. So the thing is, when you get a council house, you get 1 year where you live that you are not a permanent tenant yet. You need to live that 1 year so they are sure that you are actually a good bill payer. Your neighbors actually like you. You are very good with your neighbors. You clean your house. You throw your bins out, and you're friendly. So if you pass all these check, then you become a permanent tenant. And after you become a permanent tenant, this is a discussion you have to have between you and your council. But so far, I haven't seen any people that got rejected when they ask for some repairs in the house, as long as it's not something like destroying the whole house and building a whole new house, because they won't let you do that. But if it's like for example, I don't know, enlarging a window, as long as that enlarging is not disturbing any electrical thing, they will let you do. If it's like build on an extra room outside in the backyard, probably they will let you do. So it really depends. You just have to try your luck, but I don't see a problem on that. But if you mean by decorating, like painting, putting flooring, and putting cabinets on the wall, as soon as you move, you are more than welcome to do that because you need those things to live on it. Anyways, let's move to another question. You say you have a kid with special needs. What kind? Is it autism? Because we have a kid with autism and we want to know if we can get a priority band-aid. So my answer straight to that is my son is epileptic, my son is autistic, he has global mental development delay, he has eczema and he has myopia. And yes, you can get a house with priority, whatever disability you have, you are entitled, because on council listing of the band-aids, it says band-aid A is for people with da 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 and includes disability in there. So if you have a disability, if you have a child with disability, or if you take care of someone who lives in your house that has disability, you automatically entitled for that. And if they say you are not, then you show that to them and say, you guys said here that I am entitled. So how are you saying me or telling me that I'm not entitled when you said here that I'm entitled? So show them what they wrote on their own page and defend yourself if they say you are not entitled. Anyways, let's move to another question. Do you get to keep the council house after, they give to you? So the short answer to that is yes. So council houses can be bought by you after some time. So if you're someone that got the house because you wanted to buy it to begin with, I think you can buy it like after 1 year. But if you're someone that had a low income, you can only buy after 5-6 years. I'm not pretty sure because I haven't looked into that yet, because I'm in a situation in my life where I'm not in any way able to afford a house. So I haven't looked into that deeply. But since you guys asked the question, I went there and looked, and I also asked some people that I know that have bought council house, and this is information that I got. You can buy a council house. Pretty much, yes. So you can. Let's move to another question. Does your property have a garden? Yes, my property has a patio. I don't know if I would say garden because I have 0 flowers in there, but I have a patio and it's like a park because you can literally, the floor is literally the same as the parks, but it's empty. You guys are gonna be seeing on the 2 that I'm gonna be doing in next month. So subscribe so you guys can see. I may leave a picture here to tease you guys a little bit, but it's very cute. It's done already and it's pretty cute. And yeah, let's move to another question. What happened if you, while bidding for the house, didn't like any of the house or flats? Like, what do you do? My advice to you would be don't bid. Because if you bid on those houses and you get called and you rejected, they may move you down in your band-aid, and you don't want that to happen. So in the week, even if it's for a month, you see that the house they are being listed there is not your liking, or it's not the houses that meet your requirements, don't bid. I would advise you probably just call the council office and let them know, like, these past weeks or months I haven't got any house that actually meets the criteria I need for myself, so I have not been bidding. I just wanted to let you guys know that, so you guys know that I'm not bidding, not because I forgot or I'm not interested in the houses anymore. It's just because the houses I want or need is not being listed on the houses weekly listing. So you just let them know, but don't bid, guys. Don't bid, because if you've it's better if you don't apply that you get a house and you've rejected, especially multiple times. Then like you won't get anymore. They may even withdraw you completely. So don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Let's move to another question. So coming up in big numbers when bidding a house, does it matter? If you see, like, especially when you first enter to bid in your house, you see all these numbers. Like sometimes you will see like 0 people bid on the house or 300 people already bid on the house. Doesn't matter if I bid on this. Imagine if I want this house where already 300 people bidded. If I bid in this house, does it actually matter? The answer is no, because that is nothing. That's just how many people bid on that house. That doesn't mean you are in the 301. No, that's not the meaning of it. Because if you actually bid on a house that meets the criteria as you put it that you needed when you bid at a house, you may come in like 20 place, 30 place. And then next week, if you bid in a house that don't meet your criteria, you may come in number 300, because that house has nothing to do with the things you said you wanted. So this number don't actually matter. Imagine in these 300 people, only 5 people meet the criteria they actually said they needed on the house. Then those 5 people, including you, will come as number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the rest is just the ones that it don't meet the criteria, but they bid it, so they come as that number. So this house that I live right now, actually I bid in October. I didn't even remember in like April, March, when they contacted me. I was like, what house? What house is that? Like, can you send me the link so I can go and see like the house? Because I don't remember bidding on that house. And they thought, oh, you bid this house in October. So you see, just because you bid in a house a long time ago, don't mean you can't get a house. Because some people actually give up in the middle of the way, or they don't have one document and they add withdrawal automatically, and it may be you the one that will get a house. So make sure you bid in a house that you like, that you are entitled to, that you said in the writing there in the options that this house is actually the one you want, the area is the one you want. Because imagine if you say you want to live in Manchester but you've been in houses in Leeds, you will never come up as number 5. You always come up as number 300, 400, because it's not in the area you said you need it. It's not in the priority. It's not your priority, okay? So that's what I want to say. Anyway, let's move questions. I'm speaking too much. How will you know if you got the house? Well, you will get an email or a call. I think I mentioned that earlier on, I'm not sure. But if I didn't, you will get an email or call. So make sure you know the email you put it on the application, and make sure you check every day. Make sure you are deleting the emails that are not necessary, because if it is too full, the email may not come in and you will not see. Make sure your phone is always available, or your SIM is working, so that people, when they call you, you can get calls. Because sometimes if your SIM is not working, when people call you, the call don't get through, so you won't know. So make sure you have your phone and your email working for you to be able to get the notification when you are entitled for the house. Because like I said, the houses you bid every week doesn't mean that's the house you will get. You may get a house that you bidded 1 year before, okay, 1 year before. You may get a house that you bid 1 year before. So be vigilant, my soldiers. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. If you did like this video, please subscribe, because like I said, I have 80% of you guys that are not subscribed. Don't forget to leave your comments down below what you think about the answers, and if I answer your question, activate the notification bell, and make sure you are subscribed, because sometimes YouTube will unsubscribe you. So you need to make sure every time you're watching my videos that you are actually subscribed. Because that really helps my channel. That helps me being seen more by other people. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm gonna try to post this video actually today, so tomorrow the 30th I post another video, the last video of October, because December is coming and we're gonna be starting the vlogmas. I'm super excited. Vlogmas are my best series ever that I like doing, and I'm actually excited. And I have so many things to share with you guys there. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye, pumpkins. I have cramp. My feet. it.